15 Things You Didn't Know About RuPaul. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Welcome back, Aluxers, to another exciting video. This time we're doing something different. We built this channel to shine a light on people who are change agents and whose impact on the world is making an actual difference. For this video, we are going to take a look into the world of RuPaul, a true star with more than one string to his bow. The universally famous drag queen is not only a phenomenal entertainer. Ru is an activist, ambassador, producer, director, actor, pop star, fashion icon, and philanthropist. You probably know Ru from the Emmy Award-winning show RuPaul's Drag Race, for which Ru is the main judge, host, and producer. In a career spanning nearly 40 years, amassing quite the empire, RuPaul has done it all. What's more impressive, that Ru has achieved all this despite growing up in a very average working-class conditions, proving to everyone that if you work hard and you want something with every fiber of your being, you can make it happen. The superstar was born on November 17, 1960 in San Diego, California. RuPaul's unusual name came from an article his mother read in Ebony magazine. However, she put her own Creole spin on the name RuPaul, and RuPaul was born. His father, Irving, was an electrical store owner who left RuPaul's mother and 4 children around the time Ru turned 7. However, his upbringing gave him the foundations to his future success, as Ru owes the fact he was raised by such strong women to his strong feminine stage persona. The drag queen states that as early as 5 years old he knew he was a superstar trapped in a 5-year-old's body, setting him on the journey of a lifetime as he studied theater at Northside School of Performing Arts. Although he didn't graduate, he began absorbing elements of pop culture and fashion around him, all of which led to the beginning of the RuPaul we know today. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So let's not waste any more time. Here are 15 things you didn't know about RuPaul. Number 1. He or she. Ru happily answers to either pronoun. As RuPaul has spent the majority of his life as 2 different personas, he has no difficulty in responding to either the male or female pronoun. In a world that's becoming hyper-aware and cautious of causing offense, Ru holds no bars when individuals choose to call him he or she. The superstar wrote in his autobiography, "You can call me he, you can call me she, you can call me Regis and Kathy Lee, I don't care, just as long as you call me." These days, Ru tends to only appear in drag on TV, rather than in the club scene where she began. However, Ru is aware that people try hard to differentiate between the male and female Ru, but what they decide to refer to him as is okay as long as it's positive. Number 2. He's most famous for the TV show RuPaul's Drag Race. The Emmy Award-winning show RuPaul's Drag Race is hosted, produced, and judged by the Glamazon. He even wrote and performed the theme music. That's quite the bag of tricks RuPaul has up his sleeve. Ru appears on camera as both male and female Ru, as she takes on the part of mother to all her drag children. The show started out with a very cult niche following, but thanks to internet GIFs, Netflix streaming, and the move to VH1 from Logo TV, it has seen a surge in popularity, with the dialogue of the show becoming very much a part of the zeitgeist. The show has had some pretty amazing guest stars over the past 9 years, including Lady Gaga, Nicole Richie, Debbie Harry, Debbie Reynolds, Khloe Kardashian, and Michelle Williams. More importantly, the show offers an insight into the world of performance art and drag, but tackles serious issues like homosexuality, transgenderism, family approval, and even HIV battles. All these elements make the show so compelling to watch. However, Ru believes that the mainstream culture has taken parts of the show and passed them off as their own. The megastar believes that straight culture has been taken from the gay community for as long as he can remember, stating shows like Lip Sync Battle took their eliminator round and passed it off as their own. Nonetheless, Ru's still remains must-watch TV, and we thank Ru for bringing it into our homes and onto our screens. Number 3. RuPaul was a Viva Glam model for MAC Cosmetics. As we've touched on already, Ru has his fingers in many pies and enjoys nothing more than an own brand endorsement. Back in 1994, the supermodel was asked to become the face of MAC's Viva Glam Cosmetics line, making him the first drag queen to hold the position. The towering beauty absolutely slayed the ad campaign, and what was more important, 100% of the money raised from the sales were donated to the AIDS Foundation, which meant you could look amazing whilst helping those out battling the awful disease. Viva Glam continues to raise money with celeb campaigns each year. Ru would go on to release her own range of makeup, Glamazon, in 2013, allowing us mere mortals to look as good as she does. Number 4. Not only is Ru a drag queen, he's also a TV and movie star. Not one to shy away from the camera, Ru has appeared in his male and female form in many of our favorite TV shows and movies. You may remember her growing up as a witch judge in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or getting down and funky in the B-52's hit music video Love Shack. More recently, Ru has had roles in TV shows such as Two Broke Girls and Netflix's Girl Boss. Movie-wise, Ru has been in the Brady Bunch movie and its sequel, plus But I'm a Cheerleader, and the cult classic Hurricane Bianca, starring the winner of Season 6 Drag Race, Bianca Del Rio. It seems everywhere we turn, Ru is there. She truly does work it for payday. Number 5. RuPaul is worth a whopping $7 million. It doesn't come as a surprise that someone who has worked so hard in every aspect of their life is worth such a hefty sum. Due to his empire-spanning makeup, TV production, as well as performance fees as RuPaul the Drag Queen, the star has made quite the bank balance for himself. $7 million means Ru is the richest drag queen on the planet. According to Ru's agent bookings, it costs $40,000 for Ru to make an appearance in drag at an event. Imagine being paid that just to show up, a far stretch from the $40 Ru used to get a show back in the 80s. We can only imagine Ru's worth will only grow and grow as Drag Race becomes more and more popular around the world. Number 6. Ru loves a catchy catchphrase. If you want to stay memorable, you have to be marketable. Ru knows this all too well, which is why he's forever coming up with clever catchphrases, many of which we use in our everyday lives. Ru himself said, "I'm a marketing genius. I marketed Subverse drag to 100 million motherfuckers in the world." From the positive catchphrase, "If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else?" to the sassy "and don't fuck it up." There's something for every mood. Drag Race is, of course, best known for "Gentlemen, start your engines and may the best woman win," and "Shantae, you stay," all of which have been spotted on billboards during gay activism walks. Number 7. In 2017, Ru married his long-term partner, Georges Labarre. After dating for over 23 years, Ru finally put a ring on it and married his lover and partner, Georges Labarre. Ru told Hollywood Today Live, "I've never said this on television before," he confessed, "but we are married. We got married on our 23rd anniversary. I met him on the dance floor at Limelight Club in New York City in 1994 on his birthday. So we got married on his birthday, the anniversary of when we met, this year, in January." It is so touching to see long and successful relationships, especially as we know showbiz couples often fall due to the demand of fame. Congratulations to Ru and George. We wish you all the happiness in the world. Number 8. RuPaul was a successful TV chat show host. RuPaul has some serious celebrity connections due to the fact that he hosted a very popular talk show back in the 90s. The show had over 100 episodes and featured world-famous stars such as Cher, Diana Ross, Dolly Parton, Carol Burnett, and the Jacksons. The show allowed Ru to use his natural charm to cozy up to the celebrities and delve into their lives. We think the show is definitely worth a return to our screens. Number 9. The drag queen has a celebrated pop star career. From dance floor classics like Sissy the Walk and Jealous of My Boogie, to mega hits such as Supermodel and You Better Work, Ru has provided us with some of the catchiest dance tunes around. Supermodel was his first hit that really launched his pop career back in 1992. With over 3 million views on YouTube, it's still loved over 25 years later. The Drag Race host also uses the popularity of his show to increase exposure for his latest albums, with the drag queens competing in the series performing in the music videos. If you haven't checked out Ru's music catalog, I implore you to. You won't be sitting still for long. RuPaul has even recorded a cover of Elton John's "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with the man himself. Impressive. Number 10. Oprah Winfrey saved Ru's life. In his darkest times, Ru found himself suicidal, contemplating his own life and failings. However, thanks to Oprah, he was able to pull himself out of the despair. Ru credits the TV legend for pulling him back from the brink, as he would often go to department stores in the Lincoln Center and watch her talk show back in the late 80s. It was her inspirational story, struggle, and talent that encouraged Ru to throw himself into drag entirely, and well, the rest is herstory. To find out more about Oprah, click the link above. Number 11. As well as Oprah, Ru also idolizes Judge Judy. Although Ru doesn't have a lot of time to watch TV, he does enjoy watching Judge Judy, claiming he idolizes the woman and her attitude. We can see why. Judy is completely badass. What's more, Season 6 Drag Race winner Bianca Del Rio successfully impersonated Judge Judy in the Snatch Game, leaving Ru crying with laughter. I wonder if Judge Judy knows how much Ru loves her. Now that's a Drag Race guest we'd love to see. Number 12. Jason Wu designed RuPaul's Barbie doll. The glamour and style of RuPaul has been immortalized by Barbie and Jason Wu, so you too can own your own Ru doll. The Barbie was dressed by the young designer back in 2009, and it retailed at around $500. It has since become a collector's piece for Barbie lovers. The doll was dressed in a skin-tight black jumpsuit, showing off Ru's enviable figure and long limbs. And if that wasn't enough for you, Ru also has two Madame Tussauds waxworks, one in New York and the other in Hollywood. The waxwork took over 6 months to finish and required over 300 measurements on the woman herself to ensure it's as lifelike as possible. Number 13. Ru's autobiography, Lettin' It All Hang Out, shows the sensitive side of the star. In 1995, Ru opened up his heart to readers when he documented his life so far and the battles he had overcome to achieve stardom and to be accepted in a difficult world. He writes candidly about starting drag and how it changed his life. Although the book is classed as an autobiography, it's self-described as part autobiography, part how-to manual. Aside from RuPaul's life story, the book also contains a chapter on beauty tips, so if you're eager to follow in Ru's heel-clad footsteps, this is the book for you. Number 14. Unsurprisingly, finding clothes and heels that fit his frame and size 13 feet is difficult. At 6'4", finding clothes that make you look feminine must be difficult. Now, Ru is an international star. She can afford to have all of her costumes made for her. However, when she was new on the scene, everything had to be sourced and made herself, whilst sticking to a budget. When Ru is fully made up in heels and wig, she stands at over 7 feet tall. That's one tall lady. The drag queen also reportedly takes over 3 hours to get ready. That's some serious dedication right there. What's more, finding heels for oversized 13 must be quite challenging. The height of the heel isn't an issue, and Ru has stated that she loves them as high as they can be. However, closed-toe shoes can be incredibly painful to wear. Ru has donned some of the most beautiful heels on the runway, but what's more incredible is Ru's ability to perform on roller skates whilst in full drag. Teach us your ways, Ru. Number 15. RuPaul is politically active, fighting for LGBT rights throughout his career. Not only has RuPaul provided us with decades of entertainment, but he remains politically active. He proudly supported Hillary in the last presidential election, claiming that Trump's win set the gay community back decades. However, he continues to speak out for the LGBT world, supporting them and allowing them to be open with their true selves. Drag Race is often seen as a landmark for the LGBT community, holding such a popular spot on mainstream TV, and RuPaul is the captain steering that ship. Alux.com is meant to be a conversation, so we wanted to ask you, Aluxers, how do you personally feel about the way things are evolving? Is RuPaul pushing things forward, or is he pushing us further from what used to be considered traditional? Whether appearing as a man or a woman, RuPaul has certainly made a mark on the world, so for that we give him credit. Bonus fact: in 2002, RuPaul was honored by the Most Beautiful Transsexuals in the World Association, commending him for his outreach support in the gay and lesbian community, with their Lifetime Achievement Award honoring his over 10-year conquest and establishing fashion and glamour in the entertainment industry. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.